Hey guys, Splappa09Gaming here. If you're wondering how I'm doing this right now, I've got a recorder on my phone and I am going to do something a little different. And today I'm going to talk about survival games and some of the survival games that I enjoy. This will be a top 10 list of my favorite survival games all time. So, yeah, just come with me on the journey and we're going to figure out some of the greatest survival games that I've played on the channel. So first, we're going to start off with an honorable mention, and this one is going to go to Enshrouded. I have not played much of this game. I have gotten into it a little bit solo with my, not on the channel, just me playing and getting to know it. And my brother and I have played it a little bit as well. But so far, I am enjoying it. Something that I want to maybe get into and maybe get on the channel, but it has all the aspects that I enjoy. So Enshrouded is going to be my honorable mention. At number 10 on the list is going to be Subsistence. This game is one of the more hardcore survival games out there. This drops you into a wilderness area and you have to fight against the wilderness. You have to fight against the elements. You have to survive against wildlife, which is going to be bears and wolves. And then you also have to craft your own weapons and tools. And, you know, all the different survival elements of a game. And then also there are NPC hunters that will move into the area as you progress. And they will attack your base and you'll have to defend yourself against them as well. You can also raid their bases and, you know, for loot and everything like that. But this game right here is basically described by people as one of the more hardcore survival games out there. So this is going to be number 10 on my list, and this is one that I really enjoy. Number 9 on the list is going to be a game called The Infected. And this has got a little special place in my heart, even though it's at number 9, because it is done by basically a solo dev. And this game has... I've sunk many hours in this game. I have put this on the channel. I enjoy this. The base building, the survival elements, the crafting system. It's awesome. There's weather. There is hunger, and not just hunger and thirst. It's not just eat food and drink water. You have to manage proteins and fats and carbohydrates. So it is a pretty intricate eating system, and the building system is amazing. It has these ghost images that you can put down and basically plan out a build before you actually sink the resources into it to see if it'll work, and then you can build your base as you put resources into the ghost images. So the only thing I guess that holds this back a little bit for me is the combat. It is it's a little janky, and I'm not saying that as, you know, it's not like a major knock. It's just, it's the one thing that needs a little polish, a little bit of love. But other than that, this game it's one of my favorites. You can sink hours into this. So The Infected, number 9, great game. I've got it on the channel. You guys should check it out. Next one up on the list is Scrap Mechanic. This is one that I have played quite a bit, and I enjoy the building and making your own vehicles, and you can basically craft any vehicle with different moving parts, and it's really intricate system for building in vehicles and stuff, and resource collection. And this is one of the ones that I have enjoyed a lot. You can farm, and there are raids on your farm. It's the graphics are a little cartoony, but you have crash landed on a planet, and your goal is to survive as long as you can, basically. And it's one of the ones that I've enjoyed a lot. And you can pretty much, the building in this, what you can create is basically, you're only held back by your own creativity, as you can see right here. Like, the things that you can build are amazing. So this is a game that I don't think I've really played on the channel, but I would love to. It's an awesome game. It is got all the different survival things that I enjoy. thirst and hunger and thirst, and the crafting and building, and the crafting and building is really awesome. And then the raid mechanic when you're farming is pretty awesome, and this can be something that happens nightly depending on how often you farm, or it can just happen whenever you feel like wanting it to happen. So yes, scrap mechanic, awesome game. You guys should check that out. There's a lot of other creators that have played this. Actually, the Neebs guys played this. Is how I got into this game. It's pretty awesome. Next up on the list is a game by the same company that made Scrap Mechanic and Red Beat Interactive, and it's called Raft. And one of the reasons why I enjoy this is it's not just any survival game. You are surviving on an ocean, and 90% of what you're going to survive on is covered in water. So you have to survive on a raft, build up your raft into a floating fortress. And one of the cooler things about this is you can do this at your own progression, but the more things that you build and unlock, the more things you can make and progress. And there are one of the better stories written for a survival game, and it's very well thought out, and I enjoy it. There are bosses and islands and all the different kinds of mechanics that you'd want in a survival game, and not too much combat per se, but it's a few animals on islands, certain wildlife, the bosses that I was talking about, but also there is a shark that follows your raft around as well. We'll call him Bruce because that's his name, I think. I don't know. I've heard him called Jeremiah too. But this is one of the games that I've played quite a bit. I've played this on the channel. This is actually one of the games that got my channel started. So if you guys have been here for, I don't know, if you guys have been here since the beginning, you'll know this game. You've seen this on the channel quite a few times. Actually, some of my best performing videos are videos from Raft. So yeah, this is a good one. And like I said, the replayability is a little low, though, because it's the same story and everything. I guess the only thing that you'd be able to change is like the different kind of boat or raft or floating fortress you build. So anyway, yeah, so this one's good. I enjoy it. Raft, I can sink hours into this, and it can be very relaxing, too. This does not have to be something that is, it's not anxiety inducing. All right, guys, so we are into our top 5, and number 5 on this list is going to be Conan Exiles. This is one of the games I've played on the channel and also played by myself whenever I just want to jump into a survival game. I've played solo, but this game is honestly best played with friends. It has a good story. You are an exile to this world here, and your goal is to try to figure out how to get the bracelet off so that you can leave this plane of existence here. And there is a massive base building. One of the better games when it comes to base building that I've done. You can do tons of stuff. There are different gods and things that you can worship and summon. You have to worry about food and water. You can also get thralls, was what they're called. Basically workers and things to help automate some of the things that you do in the game, and just the things that you can do in this it's amazing. And each of the thralls has like different like jobs and stuff that they're good at, so you have to figure out which thrall or which person goes for which workstation. There's tons of different things you can build and craft and create. And Funcom is the maker, and they have done some pretty phenomenal work. It's changed a little bit over the years, where they have like these seasons that come out, new content gets added with every season, and each time the season changes, it changes what you can do in each game. So it's fun though, because the replayability can be endless, and the things that you can build. So it's a good time. So Conan Exiles, go ahead and check that out, guys. Number 5 on the list. All right, guys, number 4 on this list, and as you can tell right here, this is Icarus. Icarus is one of the games that I've gotten into within the last year or so, and you basically are dropped into different planets. There are currently 3, I think, and they've got another one coming out soon. But Icarus is one of those games that is got endless replayability. You can do solo missions. You can play this game with friends. You can do something called Outposts. There's different game modes that you can play if you want to do shorter sessions. There are certain things that you can do here. It's amazing. And then the base building aspect of this is also awesome. You can fight massive bosses, build enormous structures, and get your, survive. You can tame some of the wildlife, and there is a massive, massive tech tree that you can go through. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, Icarus is one of those games you can sink hours into. I played this on the channel. I usually just play it solo. I have not played with friends, but I know that you can. But one of the things that I really enjoy about Icarus is that the team that works on Icarus has been doing regular weekly updates. I think we're on 200 plus weeks in a row of weekly updates and content that gets added. Now, sometimes the content isn't massive. It's just a few small minor things, tweaks, changes, adding a couple of different things. But the fact that they are on that many in a row, that many updates. And the nice thing is the updates don't break your save. They are not save breaking. You can just continually play each one as they go, and there are massive the missions that you can do are, some of them end with you having this massive boss fight to different creatures and animals from the terraforming, and you can get legendary weapons from this. It's awesome. So Icarus, check this out. It's one of my favorite ones. It's why it's in my top 5. All right, number 3 on this list. This one is near and dear to me, Valheim. And Valheim is one of those ones that you can lose yourself in. Valheim is set in a world that's supposed to be for like fallen warriors, and you're supposed to prove yourself to Odin to be able to get to Valhalla. So you progress through each biome and unlock new tiers of weapons and tools, and you can craft and build. You can do this solo or with friends. And it is awesome, and that was actually really funny right there. This is from one of their Hearth and Home updates. Yeah, Valheim is, as you progress through each biome, you unlock more and more things. You go from the wooden stone tools to flint to bronze to iron, all the way up to flame metal in the Ashlands, and hopefully sometime soon the Deep North 1.0 update will unlock the furthest reaches of the northern parts of the map. So this right here is one of the ones I've actually got a series in currently, but as of the housing situation my wife and I are going through, which you guys go read one of my latest posts, you'll understand what's going on. But yeah, so this is a series that I've got ongoing. I've played this game before. It's amazing. Valheim is that's why it's top 3. So this is one of those games you're going to see on the channel all the time. Some of my better performing videos as well. So yes, Valheim, number 3. Check it out. You guys will not be disappointed in this game. All right, at number 2 on the list, Ark Survival Evolved and Ascended. Ascended is basically just a high quality new engine reskin of the game with a few added things, but basically the same. So Ark is second, and I have played this game since very, very early on in Ark. I played Ark Mobile. I've played the very first maps of Ark. I've been playing Ark for a very long time. I have sunk almost 4,000 hours into Ark. And it's one of those games I can keep coming back to, and there are tons of different maps, tons of different things you can do. The boss fights at the end, there's not really you're not driven on rails. There's no progression that you have to do. This is at your own pace. You can tame just about anything, build just about anything, advance through all the different levels of technology that you can build and craft as you level up. You can play solo, you can play with friends on a server, a private server, or you can play online. You can do either PvE or PvP. Ark PvP is one of the more widely played, play styles for people that play Ark. I have played online on servers, but it's mostly PvE. I do not like PvP. It's just not my thing. But if that's something you enjoy, Ark is the place to do it. You can build huge things, tame all these creatures, breed them, and yes, they will break your house down. But yeah, it is a game that is something that is enjoyed all the time, and something I've sunk a lot of hours into myself. So Ark, number 2 on the list. Let's get to number 1. And at number 1 on my list, 7 Days to Die. One of the original games that basically helped me start my channel. It's one of the games that I've come back to. I've sunk 4,000 or 5,000 hours into this. And regardless of the, some of the criticisms I've had, this is a game that I always come back to, and hopefully we'll be back on the channel soon once I finish some of my other current series. I would like to get back into 7 Days to Die. It seems like the devs have been listening to the community, and they have made some awesome changes. So what I've seen in 2.5 and hopefully maybe 3.0 coming up, maybe that'll be when I get back into it. But it's one of those things that is also modded heavily by modders. The modding community for this game is amazing. I have played a bunch of different mods for 7 Days to Die: Undead Legacy, Darkness Falls, Apocalypse Now, War of the Walkers. Lots of these mods, and they're amazing. And they add so much of the game. This has got endless replayability. Every playthrough can be different. You can go through different progressions and level up and put perks in different things, use different weapons. It's honestly one of the best open world games made, and I really am excited about getting back into it. Just the amount of hours and fun I've had in this game by myself and with friends, it's an awesome game. And so yeah, it's one of those games that it's just going to be one of those. I've just, you just keep coming back. I appreciate the devs listening, and I appreciate the work that they've put in, and I appreciate where we're headed with the game. So hopefully I can get this back on the channel. So yeah, that is my top 10 survival games that I've played pretty much of all time. There are some new ones that have come out that could crack the list, and there was some other honorable mentions. I've also played Project Zomboid, Green Hell, Planet Crafter. Doesn't really have any combat, but I really enjoy Planet Crafter. It's a very, very... it's awesome that you can see the progress you make in that game for everything that you build. But yeah, tell me in the comments, what's your top 10 survival game, or what's taking up your time survival games right now, and tell me what things that you thought should be on this list, or if they should have been higher. So yeah, thank you guys. Splappa09Gaming, a little mobile video that I'm doing here, and hopefully you guys can stick around once I get my housing situation figured out, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled stuff. If you guys haven't already subscribed or liked anything, if you guys are not wanting to miss anything out, go ahead and do that now. I appreciate all my supporters and subscribers here at the end, and my paid subscribers at the end of this, the credits that are rolling. And if you want to look at that, the Patreon is going to be linked in the description of this video, and everything else that you might need. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at my list. Like I said, tell me what you guys have your list. As always, much love, and I'll see you in the next video.